Good afternoon, everyone. Um, well, I'll first of all start by saying it's tragic that George Floyd had to die in the way that it did to bring us all together in the way that we are at the moment. But his legacy will be this. There's black people here, white people here. I'd imagine everyone else is here. And this wouldn't have happened if the poor man didn't die. But it's hard to find the good in it, but that's life. So I'm going to read an excerpt from my book. It's called The Dichotic Dilemma, The Fabric of Life. It reminds me of a time when I was really facing, personally, the difficulties of being a young black man, not just in England, but in the world. And I'll read this excerpt, and then I'll explain a bit about it. Okay, so black is supreme. Black is paramount. Black is impervious. Black is powerful. Black is impregnable. And black is eternal. Black is me, and I am a black man. Black cannot be unleashed, for it holds a power so great that if unleashed, it will resonate and reverberate through the galaxy. Black is ancient, and black is everlasting. Black is true, and the truth will liberate even the weariest of minds. Black is true, and I am black. Black is amazing. Black is complex. Black is simple. Black, oh my God, black is the sleeping giant, the sleeping elephant that cannot wake up. For if it does, tremble, or you better tremble, ye who drugs, rapes, belittles, and tortures me. Tremble. So this is one of my more inflamed and racially charged pieces. Of course, I'm a black man, and in this period of existence, it certainly has its challenges. Africa, the stronghold of black civilization, is a continent crippled by in many ways malfunctioning post-colonial political systems, which in many ways oppress their own people. Relative economic strife and infrastructural vacuum, which means in many ways it's a continent or a group of people who could be forever struggling to catch up with the rapidly technologically progressing world. The black race for the large part of recent history has had its name and reputation systematically tarnished through a recent era of economic, psychological, and physical subjugation. Through industrialized slavery and systematic oppression, the black race has in many ways been the blood, sweat, and tears behind the infrastructural and technological advancement of the Western world. However, through civil pressure and change like here today, the industrial mechanics, a change in industrial mechanics, the period of industrialized large-scale slavery passed, coupled with an end of overt military, physical, colonial imperialism for the greater part of the last century. However, the byproduct of this has been the disenfranchisement of the black race with ghettoization and relegation to second-class citizenship throughout many parts of the globe. This also characterized through this period by years of systematic torture and social stigmatization and labeling that has left the black race with a less than honorable reputation by many accounts. This is what I'm writing against and emboldening my consciousness through this piece of writing. To be told you're something that every part of you tells you you're not. Thieves, beggars, the lowest strata of existence. Yet it seemed not to be evidence in the presentation. Yes, it seemed to be evidence in the presentation of the social stratification I was observing growing up. Yet that notion I just could not see in my family and in the people around me. All I saw were human beings. Now, the thing about a time like this, it can really inflame the passions and make people very angry. But what's more important for me is that the world actually sees this as an opportunity to come together, because racial difference divides us. That's what is done in society, in history, and it's profited those who benefit from it. But at the end of the day, we're human beings, and the way that man died is truly unbelievable. And I cried, and I'm sure many have as well, and I feel emotional as I say it. No one should have to endure that just based on how they look like. So I suppose in closing, what I will say is, of course, Black Lives Matter. I know it's controversial to say, but indeed all lives matter as well. That's my position. And we have to meet somewhere in the middle, because we can't carry on living in the world the way it is today. Thanks so much.